Hey everybody, welcome to Improv Chattanooga and our good old-fashioned improv show. We're going to be playing some games for you tonight, and also we're going to do a long form at the end. But to start with, we need some words. So if you would just type some words in the chat, we'll use one of those words to do our first game. So let's go around the horn and introduce everybody. First up, say hello to everybody, Mr. David Sarton.
Hi, I'm David Sarton, located in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay, Laura, say hello to everybody.
Hey, I'm Laura, situated in Bristol, England.
Jeremy, how about saying hello?
Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I'm also in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
All right, Hannah, where are you at?
I'm Hannah, and I'm in Liverpool in the UK.
All right, Al, say hello.
I'm Al, and I'm zooming you from the heart of the Amazon rainforest.
All right, Shalita, where are you calling us in from?
Everybody, I'm Shalita, and I'm calling in from Harrison, Tennessee.
All right, and Mr. Postansky, where are you at?
I'm currently living off the grid, so our robot overlords can't find me.
Good advice in these troubled times. All right, so our first game is a game called New Choice, and this is for Shalita and David. So if everybody else would turn off your cameras.
Which one?
Oh, Postansky, sorry.
Oh, wait.
I even have it labeled as Postansky. So the way this game works is Shalita and David are going to act out a scene, and occasionally they'll say or do something that I dislike. And when that happens, I will lean into my mic and say seductively, "New choice." And they have to make a new choice. So let me turn off my camera and get over here to the the list of words and suggestions that we've got coming in. Here's a suggestion from our good friend Mr. Assad Khan, and your word is myriad. Myriad. Begin.
Yeah, I think you're thinking the exact same thing as me.
It was just so overwhelming, that entire presentation.
I know. There was just a myriad of things go wrong.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's so spicy, myriad. Where'd you pick that word up?
I know. It's like I've got a word of the day calendar and
New choice.
Oh my God.
I've got a fox that whispers things into my ear, otherwise my family will die.
New choice.
I say it just because I'm trying to impress you.
Oh my God. I am so impressed. I mean, like, myriad. I'm just so used to people saying things like, like bottles and a lot of them and hell of them and truckload, like.
Oh, truckload. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, which is a lot more than a buttload, apparently.
Do you know a buttload? That it feels like that has some connotations to it.
Yeah, like I don't even know what the word myriad means.
No, me neither. I just used it, and I was hoping that you wouldn't be able to tell.
Well, my school system, I mean, you can't really expect us to know these kinds of words. I'm lucky that I even know how to put on my shoes in the morning.
New choice.
I'm lucky that I even know that conditioner goes after the shampoo.
New choice.
I mean, lucky that I even know how to file my taxes, which I don't. I have a guy down the road who does it for me.
Well, that's lucky. I don't even know how shampoo works, but...
Oh, you are a man. You guys have it like in that all bottle thing where it's like your body wash, your shampoo, and your conditioner.
Just... I just have like one thing, like it could be like butter. I wouldn't know.
New choice.
I just have like one thing. I think it's cooking oil, but
new choice.
I've just got like one thing, and it's a heart condition, so sometimes I just kind of go faint.
Gotcha, and that's why the odor happens.
Yeah. But I think we're getting off the issue of the meeting, really.
Yeah. I mean, the odor is something we're going to eventually have to talk about.
Yeah,
because it was a little distracting during the presentation.
I know. It was almost like in a cartoon when you see like the green wavy lines coming.
New choice.
Yeah. It was almost like in a cartoon when everyone's eyes are like awooga.
New choice.
it was almost like in a cartoon where you could see the animator struggling to keep up with it because everyone's hands was like this around me.
Yeah, the flies that were flying into the building reminded me of people trying to get that Popeye's chicken sandwich.
New choice.
The flies flying into the building reminded me of the people at the Capitol attack on the 6th.
New choice.
The flies flying into the building just reminded me of a stampede of elephants.
New
trying
choice.
to get away from the flies flying in. They just reminded me of a bunch of angry Karens.
Oh my god.
And scene. All right, come on back, everybody. Let's see here. So our next game is a game called Changing Emotions. And I should have only brought back Mr. Sarton and Hannah. This is a game for Sarton and Hannah. So what's going to happen here is these guys are going to act out a scene. And at some point I will say freeze. And then I will call out a new emotion for them to carry on the scene with. But I haven't done a show like this in a while, so I'm never really sure where to put my microphone. So we've got a bunch of emotions here. And what we need next... Oh, well, never mind. So we got a bunch of emotions here, and I need a word to start their scene. So let me go back up, and we'll take a word from our friend Marty Gordon out there in Washington State. And your word to start your scene is yardstick. Yardstick.
It doesn't measure out.
What doesn't?
I keep putting our communal fruit by the foot down, and it's only 10.5 inches.
Right.
Someone in the commune has not been signing a log and saying when they eat an inch of fruit by the foot.
Oh, is that important to do a log?
Wait.
Freeze. Angry.
You've been eating the fruit by the foot and you haven't been documenting it.
I didn't want to tell you because I couldn't be asked.
You know how important it is for us to document every single material we have here.
Oh, for God's sake, I don't have time to log things. Like, I've got other things to do.
Yeah, so do we. That's why we log things, so we know if we have enough fruit by the foot without having to go to the grocery store.
Freeze.
I am absolutely...
Freeze. Wasted drunk.
Okay. You know what? No. I'm so sorry. Okay. I stepped into for real though, you should probably, put your name and that you ate. You always eat the banana part. Is the banana part that good, man?
Bananas just... You know, like dragons, and they fly. And then you think, what's the best part of a dragon? Well, it's the wings. That's the banana.
Freeze. Disgust.
Yeah, see, now you just made a vegan food like bananas sound like it's animal parts, and that's just bad vibes.
I just physically want to throw up into my own shoe.
Ugh.
Like, what? No.
Oh my God. Fruit by the foot has gelatin in it.
Can't. I've got a really bad gag reflex. That's going to set me off.
It's not even vegetarian.
I can't. Just don't look at me for a moment. Your face makes me want to physically, go
freeze.
Shit.
Embarrassed.
Sorry I showed you my face. I really shouldn't have. Oh, gosh.
All right. I just...
Yeah. No, I understand, dude. It's like, I just, oh God, you're still, You know what? I can't even talk if you're looking at me. You're still
I'm
looking.
I'm not looking at you, but are you looking at me?
No, absolutely not.
No, that's
Totally
fine.
not.
Okay. So we can't see each other.
No, we
No.
can't.
Just don't I can't I just whoo.
Freeze. Freeze.
1.5 inches fruit
Freeze.
by the foot.
Jealous.
It's cherry.
Is it really? Is it? That's nice.
It's not banana though. You know, eventually all that banana flavor is going to disappear from the earth forever. And you just took it without documenting. So, no, it's okay. It's okay. You know, it's cool.
You could have got one of your other favorite people to document it, couldn't you? You could have seen that I'd forgotten and got one of your other little peasants to sort it out.
You know what? Those peasants, they may not be as good as the nouveau riche bohemians you hang out with. You know, the ones who came here on daddy's money.
Oh, wow.
Some of them have never known a Christmas where they didn't have any money. Not like me, but like somebody I know.
Freeze. Horny.
So, you know what? You know what? Screw it.
What the hell?
Whoop. It was getting warm in here.
And scene. Those
were actually
Goodness
my
gracious.
pajama pants, which went away.
Goodness gracious.
And my
All right.
next video's going to be like, tilt the camera down.
All right,
Me.
come back on screen, Laura, Mr. Postansky, and Hannah. Remain on screen, please. This is a game called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And the way this game works is you guys are going to ask questions of our actors. And I have a list here. Oh, there it is. So, David, you'll be playing the role of Beth for this particular game. So, we're gonna start. We're gonna start. So, what will happen here? Let's see here. Let me get you guys in the order that I want you in, and then Beth, and then Hannah. Okay, so. Audience, you're going to ask questions about morality and just, life in general, and then these actors are going to give you answers. Laura will give you, to start with, she'll give you a good answer. The kind of answer that you might expect to get from your priest or your rabbi or, the principal at school. Then David is going to give you a bad answer, an answer of advice that's going to get you in trouble. And then Hannah is going to give you the ugliest possible answer she can think of that's definitely going to get you in trouble, and then some. And then they're going to rotate the good answer, the bad answer, and the ugly answer for the next round of questions. So we have let's see, let me find a question here. Let's see here. Oh, there was a good one. Hang on. This is let's see. Assad Khan asks, what is the best way to hide an affair? Laura.
Well, Assad, we shouldn't be hiding affairs. We should be honest and open with our discretions and just be truthful.
Assad, the best way to hide an affair is to have the most delicious affair of them all, and that is with yourself. Because a little self-love goes a long way, and as I've told you many times, go yourself.
Yeah. I completely agree what's been said, but if it's about self-love or hiding an affair with someone else, you're really going to end up alone, because that shit just doesn't cut the butter. Speaking of butter, what you might want to do is get completely naked, smother yourself in butter, go and wait for a bus. And then when you get on the bus, go to the top of the bus if it's a double-decker and walk all the way down to the front of the bus. And when you get there, if you look in that little mirror, it'll make it look like you're the only one on the bus. Because you are. And you're covered in butter and you're naked. Go yourself.
All right, Assad. Good advice for you specifically, apparently. Let's see. Our second question, let's see here, is from From Marty, and that question is, how do you make a baby stop crying? We'll start with David this time, who will give us our good answer.
Well, if a baby is crying, then the first thing you must do is understand from the baby's perspective, as I said, why it may be crying. Try to sympathize, try to empathize, and if need be, cry with it, and eventually you'll both come to an inner peace.
And now Hannah will give us our... I screwed up the order, so I'm just winging it now. Hannah will give us our bad answer.
Simple answer, twang it into a tree.
And now Laura will give us our ugly answer.
So the question was how to stop a baby crying. Well, I think, Marty, if you really look around you, and I'm sure there's some fabric somewhere, and if you maybe hold it a little bit too tightly, I'm sure that baby will stop crying.
All right. Our final question comes from, let's see here, Assad. We're going to take another question from Assad, and I'm gonna change it a little bit to make it a morality, a question about morals. I found my mother's sex toy. What should I do with it? And let's see here. So our good answer, we will start with Hannah.
Well, in all honesty, you might just want to put it back and never mention it, because she may find it really, really embarrassing. It depends what your mum's like, really. But if it was me, the good answer for me personally would just be put that rabbit away and never speak of it again.
And now our bad answer from Laura.
Well, what you do is you wait until you're having dinner with your mother, maybe your grandmother, sister, any other family members. You're sitting down to having a lovely meal, and then you just turn that bad boy on, make sure it's vibrating, and just stick it in the middle of the dinner table and see what happens.
And finally, Mr. Postansky with our ugly answer.
Well, we need to be honest about this, Assad. If we're saying that you have found your mother's sex toy, we know when you found it, whilst it was currently in use, and you shouldn't have been looking in that place. So, realistically, what you should probably do with it is take it and stick it somewhere and go yourself.
And there we go. All right, that is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, our next game, everybody come on back. Our next game is called Press Conference, and this is a game for Jeremy, who, Jeremy, what I need you to do is I need you to turn off your camera and plug your ears so you can't hear what I'm about to say. Okay. I don't know if you can mute your tablet or whatever, but what's gonna happen here is we're going to get a celebrity and a place where you would never hope to find that celebrity, and also a topic for that celebrity to be giving a press conference on. And then we are going to play the press corps, and we're going to ask him questions, and he's going to try and figure out who he is, where he is, and what he's talking about. Hopefully this will take less than 30 minutes. We've not really done this online for a while. So we've got some suggestions here. I think what we're going to go with is... and hopefully this is somebody that everybody in the UK knows as well. We're going to go with Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil, he's a American quack. And where is Dr. Phil? He's at a Pizza Hut. He's giving a speech at a Pizza Hut. And the topic is, let's see here. No, it's too late. It's too late, Assad. And he's talking about, you know what? He's talking about... no, I'm not going to do that to Assad. He's talking about how to safely hold a birthday party during the COVID crisis. Okay? So Dr. Phil at a Pizza Hut, COVID crisis. I told Jeremy to turn all this shit off, so I have no idea how we're going to get him back.
Maybe the chat. And,
message him in the
Oh,
chat.
yeah, okay. Let's see here.
Are we good?
We could just wait.
Oh, I saw the person that Assad had suggested. That's funny.
Are we good?
Yeah, come on back.
Okay.
All right, so let me move you to the top of the queue since you are our special speaker guest. And everybody, let's welcome our special guest speaker. And ladies and gentlemen in the audience, if you would like to ask questions as well, feel free to put them into the chat. So let's go.
Happy to be here. A pleasure to see all of you. Can't say it's a complete surprise to see this kind of crowd, but obviously I'm going to be taking questions. Who's going to be first? Yes, you with your hand up in the headset.
Oh, yes, thank you, sir. I was just wondering, how are you feeling about the fact that you were less popular than Montel?
You could say that. First of all, that seems subjective, and I think Montel. I think we can all agree as a group was very popular. I don't want to point fingers, but I think you yourself would also be characterized as less popular than Montel. I don't know you, but just looking at you, I'm assessing you, and I'm going to say that I'm correct on that. So, glass houses. Yes, you and the fashionable Kangol? The hat.
Yes. Brian Johnston from the Daily Mail. Look, we're all very concerned, obviously, with the situation, and lots of people have been getting quite depressed. What would you say to the people who are topping themselves?
What the?
Well, it's a tough time out there for a lot of people, and whether you're really, no matter what side of it you're on, whether you're on top or whether you're underneath, you just need to keep fighting.
I think this is too little, too late. They're just going to tell you to get stuffed, sir.
Well, they certainly wouldn't be the first. But again, I think you just kind of we all just have to press on. We all just have to press on. Thank you, sir. And let me make sure I see everybody's hands. Oh, as I swipe, I see there's many hands. Yes, you with the hair. I should probably be more specific. the bluish hair.
Oh, okay. So hi, I'm Jenny from down the street. So how does it feel to share a name with a groundhog?
Well, it's a fine name, and it's one that's shared by a lot of famous people, I believe. Groundhogs are a part of this, the American economy. I wouldn't say the backbone, but certainly supportive underneath. One day a year, all the focus is on them, and I'd like to say that he has my name, and I'm sure he's proud to have it.
Okay, since you can't see everybody, I'm gonna call out for the questions. Mr. Sarton.
That'd be very helpful.
Hi. I'm Jim. I work with Rent-A-Center, and you owe us a little bit.
I recognize you, Jim. Go on.
You owe us a little bit of money, but I'm willing to take that money here and now. So, how about after the press conference, you cash me outside? How about that?
Well, I appreciate you giving me time until after the press conference to meet you outside. Although I think you'll find that I did not enter into anything binding, but we'll talk about it outside, I'm sure.
Al.
Good evening. Moxley Teabag from Icing Monthly. I have a twofold question. The first part of my question is, where did you receive your training? And the second part of my question is, are piñatas out?
Well,
you can answer the first part first. It's up to you.
I'd like to say that really they can be combined because I trained at I'm sure what you would call a university, and piñatas, of course, are a big part of university life, much like groundhogs are a big part of February life. I'd like to say that that inside all of us, there's a lot of joy to come out, and I learned that at university.
Hannah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. I lean over from Cliff and Ditch Radio. I'd basically like to know how you deal with all of the stress that gets put upon you with other people's shit.
Well, it's you know, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to be. I'm not saying the most important person, but among the top 5 most important people in the world that people look up to and bring their problems to me, and I solve them as only I can. And I'm sure that answers your question perfectly, and you're welcome.
Laura.
Yes, we usually get lollipops maybe when we're donating blood. How many slices did you say you're going to give people that get the vaccine?
Well, it depends on which they choose, but the standard would be 2. I believe that would be the case.
Postansky.
Oh, yes, Brian Johnstonson, occasionally going by the name Postansky, for the purposes of the Daily Mail. I just want to say, following up about the question we just had on the vaccine, this is a deep situation, and some would say this is a deep pandemic. But what you're saying is really upsetting my siblings. Almost 20, there's 20 of us overall, and I've got 19 siblings that are all upset. Oh, don't cry, sis. Oh, sorry.
Shalita. Sorry. I didn't think that was an actual question.
I was going to treat it as such. At some point in your family issues, and I'm glad you brought those to me. I'm sorry that, but that's what you're here for. You're here for the truth. And quite frankly, I think that half of you know that you need to tell the other half exactly how you feel. And
I'm not here to do maths.
And you know which half that is.
Shalita.
Well,
Okay. This is Jenny from down the street again. So how do you feel about all of the controversy about the teen behavioral camps and the abuse happening under your watch? And that rapper girl, Bad Barbie, how she's coming for you.
I have a follow-up. What's it like to be Oprah's bitch?
Well, these questions are becoming more antagonistic.
Sorry, it's just a genuine question.
Does anyone have any more questions about piñatas or varieties of such?
No, sir. Okay, I can change my question. How does it feel to have bring all of these problematic people in a space and then destroy their lives?
Yeah, how does that feel? Doctor.
Well, I think you have to take it slice by slice, and then you have to see who can be addressed individually. Not everybody's going to get a slice.
Who's had their hand up longest? Mr. Sarton.
Yeah, this is Jim from Rent-A-Center again. Still don't have your money, so how about I take that ugly mustache off your face, since someone clearly took the hair off your head?
Well,
how do you feel about that?
I feel that Rent-A-Center should stop sending their goons after me. You're obviously a strapping young man. There's no need to cross your arms at me, sir. I already agreed to catch you.
Hannah.
Yeah, Eileen again from the bottom of the ditch. Basically, I'd like to know, do you have any methods behind how you fake cry when you're getting, pretending to get emotional by other people's problems? Because it's faker than a banana peel that you would possibly slip on.
Every tear I've ever shed in my life has been real.
Follow-up question: is that because you're Oprah's bitch?
Again,
follow-up question: does she put you on a leash?
I've met Miss Oprah, and she's a very nice lady with a palatial estate.
You're a quack. What do you say to the people that say you're a quack that shouldn't be on TV and are not qualified to give medical advice in any way, shape, or form?
I would say, if not me, then who? If obviously somebody has to do it.
Hey, Laura.
As such a renowned philanthropist, while we're in this location, will you be giving us any hut rewards?
It's like two for...
I believe the person that's most deserving of the award is, as always, the person that's nicest to me. And not many of you have done a great job with that.
Freeze. Jeremy, do you have any idea who you are?
I think I got who I am.
Well, you need to tell us so we can move on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to ask me.
Oh, no.
Okay, all right.
So who are you?
Obviously Dr. Phil, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have any idea where you might be?
Something, a pizza place? Something
Okay. So let's move on to the last bit, why you're here. All right, so who has a question about why he's here? Sarton.
Hey, Jim from Rent-A-Center again. Once you pay off your debts, what would you say is the, how do you deal with the cake in this circumstance?
Well, again, you just kind of have to take it slice by slice, and that's the goal. Am I supposed to guess now?
Okay, well, no, it's time for rapid fire questions. Al, quickly.
Okay.
The children at the party, should we sing it to them or get them to wash their hands as they sing it?
It depends on what bring the most photogenic child to me, and I'll address them on camera.
Hannah.
Okay. Here they are.
Oh, you didn't have a question?
I just wanted to point out I died.
My baby is turning 1. Should we get like matching masks, or how does that work?
Well, I think a couple that matches, child couple matching with your child can only lead to good things.
Postansky.
Your inability to understand this situation is exactly what got us in this mess in the first place.
That was a statement, not a question. Laura.
You're not great with the questions.
How long will it be till we get to the 10th wave?
Well, it depends on how many times around the stadium it's already been.
I have a question. Should the children open their presents before or after their vaccinations?
What's going to make the best television?
Shalita.
So are we nixing the whole blowing the candles out thing?
Well, I think in general that's probably the best idea.
Okay, we're gonna last two questions, Postansky and then Sarton.
Look, I just want to know, since we're at Pizza Hut, how is the deep pandemic?
Sarton, ask your question.
Should we segregate the families that got the Pfizer from the families that got the Johnson & Johnson?
All right, Jeremy, what's your guess? What are you talking about? What are you here to talk about?
Something to do with a partially vaccinated child's birthday party?
Close enough! You were Dr. Phil at a Pizza Hut talking about how to safely have a birthday party during the pandemic. Let's have a big hand for Jeremy, everybody. I kind of threw him into that. I don't think he's ever played that game before. That's on me. Okay, so next up, we've got Actor's Nightmare. This is for Al and myself. So everybody else turn off your camera. Let's see, we need a word here. Sorry, thank you, Assad, for your suggestions there. Let's see. So the way this game works is I've got a script here somewhere. Where's my script? And I'm going to be reading from this script. We're going to be acting out a scene. And but Al has no idea what his lines are. Hence the name Actor's Nightmare. There's my script. So Al's job is to make this scene make sense, regardless of what nonsense I throw at him. Mr. Sarton, will you call scene at the appropriate time?
Absolutely.
I get to know what you're reading from.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I'm going to be reading from The Post Office by Rabindranath Tagore, translated from Bengali to English.
This should be easy. I know this one quite well.
Originally, I just pick them at random off the Gutenberg thing. Let's see here, and a word to get us started. Our word to make up for screwing up Assad's questions last time. I'll take a word from Assad, and our word is nocturnal. Nocturnal.
Shall I start?
Sure.
So,
curds. Curds. Good, nice curds.
Now, yes, I think that might be the problem. Now, thank you for coming into the office. I know you've been up all night. What did you eat before you tried to sleep?
Dear child, will you have some curds? Yes, do.
No, don't. I think the curds may be the problem, sir.
Doctor won't let me out.
Well, I think that's probably very wise of the doctor, because when you eat this many curds, you're up all night. Now, what did you have any dreams?
Oh no, I shan't want them.
Well, we all want dreams. You must have some sort of dream.
Open the door.
Okay, yeah, ventilation is very important at the moment, I understand. But really, honestly, you can open up to me. Like, what sort of dreams did you have after the curds?
He has commanded puffed rice.
Okay, yeah, well, puffed rice is very suggestive in a dream. Anything else?
See that faraway hill from our window? I often long to go beyond those hills and ride away.
Well, there you go. There's a dream right there. But, I mean, what's stopping you from doing that?
Oh, you silly. As if there's nothing more to be done but just get up to the top of that hill and away, eh? You don't talk sense, my boy. Now listen, since that hill stands there upright as a barrier, it means you can't get beyond it. Else, what was the use of heaping up so many large stones to make such a big affair of it, eh?
Well, I think that's rather beside the point. I mean, you can just walk up the hill.
Gracious me, really? How so?
You just stand up. Come on, stand up. And we just walk. You ready?
Oh, I will walk on, crossing so many streams, wading through water. Everybody will be asleep with their doors shut in the heat of the day, and I will tramp on, seeking work far, very far.
There you go, and I'll come with you, and I'll just drop you. Here we are. Now, look, we're at the top of the hill. Look, isn't it nice?
What a boy! Why call out then? Ugh, what a waste of time.
Well, I thought it was rather pleasant, to be honest. Do you not feel fulfilled?
Have you seen it? Been to the foot of those hills?
We just came to the top of the hill. Do you want to go back down?
Well, I'm jiggered. There's Gaffer now.
Where? Who's Gaffer?
No, but you are a devil to send children off their heads.
Well, that was one time, and that was never proven. I still have this position at the school, and I think that's none of your business.
No,
sir.
my darling, no!
Please don't be so informal with me, sir.
Does this book learning tell him everything?
Well, that is exactly it. I'm very smart. I mean, you said that out loud. I think you should have just thought it, though.
Listen to that. See, what will you see what is there so much to see?
Listen to that seat. Look, I think we might have to take you to a locked room instead of the top of the hill. Come on, let's go back down to the office.
How lovely. I'll go about like them too, finding things to do.
Yeah, you do that. I think that's probably for the best.
And scene.
Fair enough. That
was almost moving.
It was. It kind of worked. Let's see here. Oh, crap. All right, so I'm going to, let's see here. All right, it's time for us to play the game Sex With Me. So, audience, we need occupations, and we need activities. So, occupations and activities. And occupations. I cannot spell. I don't know how you do this regularly, Mr. Postansky. Activities.
What, sex with me?
How? All right. So the way this game works is we're going to get occupations and activities from you guys out there in the worldwide.
David's still giggling at his own joke there.
Worldwide. It was a fine joke. And so we're gonna get occupations and activities, and then we're going to tell you how sex with me or each of us is like that occupation or activity. So we're going to start with let's see here. We're going to start with electrician from Marty Gordon. Electrician.
Sex with me is like an electrician. There's lots of plugs involved.
Shalita.
Sex with me is like an electrician. It can be shocking if you're not sure what you're doing.
Al.
Sex with me is like an electrician. I'll probably charge you more than the original quote.
Hannah.
Sex with me is like an electrician. There will be sparks.
David. Sarton.
I'm ashamed of this, but sex with me is like an electrician. I normally only come around when I think you're powerless.
Oh. Oh. Mr. Postansky.
Ashamed of that one.
Well, on a similar note, sex with me is like an electrician. If we get our wires crossed, you may take me to court.
Laura.
Sex with me is like an electrician. I always tend to know a plumber.
Anybody else for electrician? Al.
Sex with me is like an electrician. The back of my van is incredibly dirty.
Shalita.
Sex with me is like an electrician. I'd rather call in a friend than get a professional.
All right. And let's see. We got one here from Assad. Sex with me is like an electrician. You're going to want to lick it before sticking it in. You know, I don't know how they do things in India. Hannah.
Sex with me is like an electrician. Cheap and dirty.
Wow, I don't know how they do things there in the UK either. Postansky.
Sex with me is like an electrician. If you're having trouble, I will come round and turn you on.
All right. Okay. Here's another. Shalita, go.
I have one. Sex with me is like an electrician. I tried doing it myself and got hurt.
All right, let's see. Oh, here's one. Okay. Sergey Velichansky. I'm very sorry if I mispronounced your name. I know he's a new friend of mine. He's from Russia, and he has. This may have suffered in translation, but his occupation for us for sex with me is panda hugger.
Panda hugger.
Panda hugger. Someone who hugs pandas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Shalita.
Sex with me is like being a panda hugger. You think that it would be a dream come true, but no one realized that it was actually possible.
Hannah.
Sex with me is like a panda hugger. It's all cute at the start, and then you end up with black eyes.
Oh, damn it.
Laura.
Sex with me is like a panda hugger. It's never going to happen.
Al.
Sex with me is like a panda hugger. It's guaranteed to get you thrown out of a zoo.
I have one. First of all, I apologize. Sergey tells me he's from the Ukraine. Apologies, Sergey. Sex with me is like a panda hugger. It's going to be broadcast on a Chinese webcam. David, Sarton.
Like a panda hugger. I'm pretty sure the only way it's going to happen again is if I go to the Ukraine.
Shalita, then Postansky.
Sex with me is like a panda hugger. There's a suit involved and lots of hair.
Postansky.
Sex with me is like a panda hugger. We both have to be bare.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Let's see here. Assad says, sex with me is like a panda hugger. It works best when we're polar opposites.
That's the wrong kind of pressure.
Yeah,
It is. Okay. Next, we've got mime. Like
I've got what I was
Oh,
saying.
Hannah, go.
Sorry. Sex with me is like a panda hugger. By the end of it, we'll both be bamboozled.
All right. I thought you were going to do one about a mime, but that's our next one, mime.
Oh.
That's okay. Shalita.
Sex with me is like a mime. We're both trying to be quiet and making all kinds of gestures to the people listening next door.
Postansky. Hannah.
Sex with me is like a mime. We're never really sure what position we're meant to be in.
David, Sarton.
the same guy.
Listen, Laura.
Sex with me is like a mime. We say we don't enjoy it, but really we do.
Sex with me is like a mime. My partner is usually invisible. David, Sarton.
Sex with me is like mine. Usually involves some guy named Marcel.
Al.
Sex with me is like a mime. It's actually harder than it looks.
Pastinsky.
Sex with me is like a mime. You find them really annoying and probably will bury their body afterwards.
Hannah.
Sex with me is like a mime. We do it in a box.
Shalita, I think Laura had hers taken. Shalita.
Okay, sex with me is like a mime. People think that it's super easy until they're put on the spot.
David.
Sex with me is like a mime. I'm going to tell you that it's going to advance your acting career.
Pastansky.
Sex with me is like a mime. Unwanted.
Oh. He's got a definite opinion. Hannah, did you have one?
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. Shalita.
Sex with me is like a mime. Not very colorful and kind of artistically confusing.
Al.
Sex with me is like a mime, just sort of a sad clown.
Laura.
Sex with me is like a mime. Your face will be painted, but with what?
Oh. Hannah.
Sex with me is like a mime. You know at some point you will be pulled.
David.
Sex with me is like a mime. You should see my object work.
And scene. We'll end that there. All right, so we were gonna do a Spoon River tonight, but we really don't have enough time to get into one to do a really good one. So we're just gonna do a time dash for our long form. I apologized for running over to everybody. I was really having fun with that. So let's see here. So we need a word for our time dash. So the way a time dash works is two of us will start an establishing scene. Yeah, you can turn off your cameras, everybody. And then we'll do establishing scene for about 2 or 3 minutes. And then we'll have leaps forward and backwards in time to follow these characters along and find out where they're going. So, my God, I need a haircut. Okay, so it's true. You stole Assad's joke, Pastansky. So let's see here. A word. Let me just go back up through here. No, word is not the word. Let's see here. What do I like? Ooh, that's weird. Sorry. You know what? Let's just go back down, and we will take the word gardener. Our word is gardener. So here we go. Time dash based on the word gardener.
Oh, goodness gracious, it took you forever to get here. I swear to goodness. Not getting younger or anything like that.
You only called me this morning. I mean, it's now. Oh yes, okay, it's 3 p.m. Yes,
It's
sorry.
3 p.m.
Yes. Oh,
You
okay.
are approximately 5 minutes late.
Okay. You want me to prune your bushes?
You
cut the
gotta
roses?
prune them and trim them. I got a hot date coming later, and I can't let him think that I leave my bushes untrimmed and all of that, or he'll leave.
Great. Am I doing the front and the back garden, or just the back?
Doing both the front and the back. Make
Okay.
sure that it's very trimmed.
Yes.
I was
Great.
reading a magazine at the Publix, and it mentioned that a man needs all the bushes trimmed. So that's what I'm doing.
I don't think the magazine meant topiary. I don't think it meant shrubberies. I think it
Right.
meant something else.
Then you can also mow the lawn too.
I can mow a lawn. Yes, I can do that for you.
Okay.
I've been doing that for years. So ever since my dad created the
Right.
gardening company, I've been mowing
Yes, and after
Boy.
I hit your dad with my car, we made an agreement that you would be the one taking care of my bushes and trimmings.
Oh, my dad
Freeze!
used to take.
Freeze. We cut to a couple hours later when her date arrives.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hello.
Oh,
There's,
Alfred, you are just as spiffy as the picture on the interwebs.
Thank you. Your name's Mildred, yes? Is that
Yes,
correct?
Mildred, but you can call me Mills.
Mills? Okay, well, you can call me Al.
Okay, Al. That's
so,
not weird at all.
Yeah. Did you, these bushes look amazing.
Yes. I went and I got my girl to do it for me.
Ooh,
We had a
that's-
conversation and everything, and I mean it didn't even hurt.
Do the tops of the trees match the lawn?
Yes, they do, sure do.
Ooh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's
They're
very
all
good.
very they say the grass is greener on the other side, but I
Oh.
said the grass is pretty green here because I paid an extra 50 cents per yard when I was at the Lowe's.
Yeah. Yeah, you talk a lot. You want to go eat?
Yes.
Freeze. Let's see these guys at the restaurant.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I've not been to the Olive Garden in a long time.
All the breadsticks you want, dear. Just get what you want.
Yes, unlimited breadsticks. I'll come around with the wine in just a minute.
Okay.
Who are you?
I guess that's our waiter.
I'm your waiter. I'm Tom. Just wait for me if you need me.
Okay,
Oh.
Tom.
You know, these young children are so disrespectful these days. Back
Did
in
you
my
hear-
day.
Did you hear the way he was talking to us? I thought I was going to have to get up and whoop him.
You really should have. I was about to go spank his manager.
We should complain to... Wait, do you want me to whip him or do you want me to complain?
I want you to do both. I
All
think
right.
both would be show that you can multitask.
All right. Let me get... I always keep a pair of brass knuckles. Just for this
Ooh,
sort of...
you know I do love me a bad boy.
Well, I'm a bad boy, all right, dear. I've been taking colonics twice a day,
Colonics?
not just once.
That sounds like a procedure I do at my doctor's office.
Oh, I
Freeze.
do it.
Let's see her getting her colonic with her doctor.
Oh, goodness gracious, I'm scared. Is this gonna hurt?
Oh.
Sorry.
No, doctor. I've got
doctor.
your next patient for you
Oh,
here.
right,
Don't
yes.
worry. Yeah.
Hello. Oh,
Hello.
thank you, nurse. Yes, we're going to look at your colonics.
Yes. So my colonics, is it damaged, doctor?
The initial assessment, we're going to have to review this several times, I should imagine. But from what I can tell, it's fragile. Fragile.
That sounds about right. My colonics has taken a beating in its day, and now
Yeah.
it's kind of fragile.
Yes. I could see evidence of the poundings, as it were.
You know,
So-
doctor, I'm beginning to suspect that you're not really a real doctor, but one of those doctors that you see in the picture films that show up at the bachelorette party.
No, listen. I'm not your average Dr. Phil. I don't hold meetings at restaurants. I am fully qualified. I was a bit nervous because colonics hasn't come up on my word of the day yet. So I was just. Yes. Here we go. Yes. I think you're going to live.
Oh, thank goodness. You know, I just gotta keep living because right now I'm in my hot girl life. They said it was hot girl summer, but I don't have many summers left, so I'm just calling it my hot girl life.
Well, don't worry. This will all be a funny story at some point in the future when you're at a restaurant like Olive Garden.
Oh, I bet I will tell this story at the Olive Garden, and my date will laugh, and we'll probably go off and swing there.
Oh, and if I happen to be at another table in the restaurant, I will share a laugh with you.
Got it,
Freeze.
doctor.
Freeze. We cut back to the Olive Garden.
And then my doctor said if he happens to be at the Olive Garden, he'll be sure to laugh along with us. There he is.
Oh, hello.
This is my doctor.
Wow. So you do colon stuff, huh?
Oh yes, semicolon, double colon.
He makes sure that your colon can take a pounding.
Yes. I could book you in.
Yeah. I need it looked at. It's been a while.
Yes. Well, sorry. This is obviously not the doctor's office. I'll let you get on with your dinner, and I'll perhaps re-emerge when it seems comically suitable. Good
You
day.
don't want to eat your breadstick. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
No, I'm just here. I'm just turned my back to my table.
Oh, okay.
Have a
Yeah,
breadstick, son.
Ignoring
You're
my
skinny
wife,
as
you see.
you're skinny as a rail. You need some calories.
Oh, okay. Have some vitamins.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Now, wifey.
But yes, he just puts this whole hand up there. It was quite an experience.
Mildred. Mildred, lovely to see you, Mildred.
Oh,
You
no.
remember me, don't you? Your doctor?
It's my ex-doctor.
Yes, well,
Dr.
Come on.
Benjamin, after that lawsuit, I told you to leave me alone.
well, I can't help if I'm here with my lovely doctor husband.
Oh.
Like a mid-husband
Hello.
wife.
Honey,
Yes.
do you know? I didn't know that Mildred became one of your clients. Have you been shuffling around in her colon again?
Well, this is a day of revelations. I didn't know we were gay, but these things happen.
I know. What do you mean you didn't know?
Well, you said it was a breadstick. I didn't mean to question it.
Well, they are unlimited.
Yes, it is Olive Garden after all. I'm sorry, I think we're making this couple uncomfortable.
Why? Talking about
a little turned on.
Shuffling around in colons over dinner? I don't think so.
let's not
We're not
rule anything
uncomfortable.
Should be careful
Freeze.
about him, doctor.
Freeze. Let's see the old couple at the end of their date.
And then I told the doctor, you could just shove that fist anywhere you want.
Oh, Well, normally I'd.
Hello, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I'm the manager of this restaurant. So
Oh.
just wanted to make sure you have everything you were looking for.
Oh no, the waiter was god awful.
Yeah, he didn't give us our endless breadsticks, and he didn't give us our unlimited salad bowl, and the wedding soup I think had gone through a divorce, and
he also didn't introduce himself properly.
that's right. He just
So
said
I'm
my
going
name.
to- Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awful.
My
I mean,
pleasure.
young people these days have absolutely no respect, but
No
I will do it for him. So I'm Rachel. I'm the restaurant manager. I will make sure I go and collect everything that he hasn't brought to you.
Well,
I have a request. I have a request, Rachel, Miss
There's a request.
Manager.
Yes.
I want you to do it old-fashioned. I want you to grab a giant wooden paddle and spank him in front of the entire establishment.
Yes,
As disciplinary. These young people didn't get beaten up in their day, so we need
It's
to
true. There's not enough spankings these days.
Of
Freeze. Let's see the restaurant manager talking to the waiter.
So they basically want me to spank you.
Well, Mrs. Rachel, I don't mind if it'll help with customer retention, but they want me to get spanked?
Yes, they want you to just one moment, Johnny. They want you to bend over backwards onto their table and be spanked really hard like in the old days.
We've all done it, Tom.
Yes. With the breadsticks.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why.
well.
That's how we keep this job. You got to do it.
Well, if it's for the restaurant, very well. I'll do it. Let me take off these work pants.
Freeze. Let's see the old lady the next day talking to her gardener about her date.
Oh, dearie, it was such a wild time.
They actually bent him over the table.
They did.
And she handed you the paddle and you got to...
Oh, and I sang the national anthem while it happened and said, God bless
Please,
America.
let's see that.
Okay. Oh, the land of the free.
Well, sorry, darling. Don't use your hand. Here, have the paddle.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Where's the young man?
I was
Jamie.
practicing my swinging arm.
Oh, Tom.
Yes,
Tom.
ma'am. Sorry,
Tom, come hither.
I'm here. Sorry.
Come hither.
My apologies, Mrs. Rachel. I was dealing with some other tables.
All this butt talk has made me have to go to the bathroom. You carry on, dear. I'm gonna go.
Okay. And you ready? Are you ready?
Bend over, please, Tom.
And the home of the brave. God bless America.
And scene. God bless America. And scene.
I was about to say, and no one else.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. Believe it or not, it always end on a high note.
Literally, in this case.
Literally end on a high note. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, those of you that are in the chat giving us suggestions. We really appreciate it. Most of them are from the other side of the world, which shows you just how popular we are here in our hometown. Yeah, let's talk about what everybody's doing this week. Who's got stuff to plug? Oh, that's a bad thing to say after that last scene. Who's got stuff to promote? Shalita, we'll start with you. Let me see here. Okay, Shalita, tell us what's up.
Hey guys, so I'm Shalita. I've been streaming on Twitch and Facebook. Just look me up. I'm Simple Plush Toy on all platforms. I usually play a lot of indie psychological horror games, and just things that'll make you feel. So yeah, definitely tune in for that.
Who was next? Al, did you have something?
Just
No.
the usual.
Okay,
Check
well,
out
I'm sorry, Laura, I'll get you next.
Electric Head. One half of the Electric Head's a real comedy duo. The Electric Head podcast is still around. I'm on a ship in heavy seas right now. And lots of my time is being taken up with Progress Wrestling, which is currently on the WWE network.
All right. Before go ahead, Laura. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go on. You can go.
No.
I'm
Believe
up
me.
now.
You want to go next.
now.
You want to go next. Go.
Oh, okay. So I am also a member of Don't Mess Comedy Improv. Follow us on Facebook. We have a show next Saturday at 10 p.m. UK time, so 5 p.m. Eastern time, before I will then do the Improv Chattanooga show on Saturday. And then I was going to say, if you're on Facebook, 10 o'clock UK time tomorrow, stroke 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, you might see something interesting. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Hannah, did you have something?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, Hannah, go.
Hello. You can follow me on Instagram at Hannah_McGowanX. But also, what I really want to plug is myself and another actor improviser called Ewan Henderson. We've got a little comedy improv YouTube series going on called The Unfortunate Adventures of Serg and Vlad. It's basically about two Russian spies that are absolutely rubbish at being Russian spies. We've collaborated with different improvisers over the course of the last month and a half, some of which include Mr. Diz and Mr. David Postansky as well. We have a whole casting list of people that we're going to be going through, so it's really exciting. This week we have a really cool guy called Kappa Fave who's going to be on as well. You can find us on Facebook if you search and like our page, which is The Unfortunate Adventures of Serg and Vlad, and our episodes are currently being uploaded onto there. Otherwise, you can find some of the episodes on my YouTube, which is Hannah McGowan.
All right. Sarton, did you have something?
Yes. If you're in the Chattanooga area and watching, assuming that there's anybody in Chattanooga besides people in the group who are watching. I'm going to be doing an open mic tomorrow at the Honest Pint downtown. I believe that starts at 8 p.m. Just look up Pint Mic, and that should pull it up for you.
Okay. And finally, Mr.
That is in person,
Pastinsky.
so please be safe.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Mr. Pastinsky.
Okay, so we've got lots of shows, as always, on Extreme Improv Extreme, so check that out just by searching Extreme Improv Extremes. You can also get a copy of the Extreme Improv Big Book of Improv Games. That's how you spell my name. And I'm also trying to make old iPods into a new fashion accessory, so
That's it.
I think it works.
Looking
I've got
good.
one of those.
Yeah, those are awesome.
You need one for each ear, though.
That's quite expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Finally, if you supported my Kickstarter for this little book, the books are out. I've mailed all the English-only copies. You should have gotten an email about delivery from the Postal Service. The Spanish ones are at the printer. So if you requested Spanish copies as well, then I'll be mailing those out as soon as I've got those back. If you missed the Kickstarter and you'd like to buy some, hit me up on Facebook, and I can send these to you fairly inexpensively. Thanks to everybody that supported the Kickstarter. I certainly appreciate it. And more stuff is coming in the weeks ahead. We're going to try and do some more translations into some more languages. So once again, thank you everybody that watched all around the world, including a few of the people that are going to be doing some of those translations, I think. And what I was going to say is Marty, at the end of the last scene, Marty said, next scene should be tossing the salad. So I don't know if our UK friends are going to get that, but
Oh yeah.
Invented.
You invented that.
I'm pretty sure
okay.
we invented tosser and tossing. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that's us. Yeah.
Okay. Well, fair enough. I bow
They're
to
pretty
your
cunning linguists.
very cunning linguists. Yes, we bow to your. We bow to the sociological power of your empire. That's it. That's the show. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you again next week. I'll try and do better, and we'll have an actual Spoon River. So bye-bye, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Stay safe. Wear a mask.
Bye.
Don't be a dumbass. Bye-bye.